welcome emails are one of the most important parts of your business. Sounds dramatic, but it's true. Allow me to explain. As online business owners, we don't have a physical front door. We have a website, and we don't have a shop person or a receptionist welcoming everyone in and offering to help them or show them around. We have an email nurture sequence. And hopefully you do at least. And if not, you definitely need to keep listening so that we can fix that ASAP. Your email nurture sequence, AKA the emails that you set up to be dripped over a course of days or weeks to your visitors when they opt in to say, I want your emails, whether through a discount or a freebie or just an opt in link. That is how we make our potential customers feel welcomed, seen, supported, and valued. So, what does yours say? And most importantly, how does it make the recipient feel? I'm going to share with you exactly why it matters and what to put in it today. So, why an email nurture sequence or an email welcome sequence? You might hear me refer to it as. First of all, it is our personal touch in a very digital world, right? We are online businesses, most of us, and it's really important that we have a way to make that connection, to close that gap between digital space and we're real, we're human, we're here together, right? We need them to feel like they are interacting with our business. The first few emails you send are how we establish that relationship. It's like the first few words you say to someone if you're sitting down to coffee, right? You don't sit down with a stranger at coffee and immediately go into the pitch, buy this thing from me, hire me. No, you would say, Hi, my name is Tiffany, or, it's so nice to meet you. How's your day been going so far? And you would build some sort of a rapport before you got to the pitch, right? Otherwise, they might feel a little freaked out. And you'd probably also somehow in there, somewhere in that conversation, get a little vulnerable and be authentic and establish two-way communication. You would be setting the tone. And then you can start to share more about maybe how you can serve them, what you have to offer them, because you've established connection and trust. That's what we do now with our email nurture sequence. It's also a beautiful way to guide the customer on the journey. So, a really well crafted welcome sequence can guide your new prospects, new leads through that journey, help them understand your brand, your products, your services. In other words, it gets them ready to buy. And better yet, if done really, really well, it starts to turn them into super fans, people who feel connected to you above anyone else who might do or provide the same service you provide. So, why email? Well, email marketing has a significantly higher engagement rate than probably the other alternative marketing method that you've been using, which might be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm going to call out Instagram in particular because I have some really juicy stats to share with you. So, did you know that the average email open rate is between 20 and 25%? If you get good at this, like me, you can get that way on up there. Our average open rate for my emails is 43%. Your average email click rate is going to be between 2.5 to 3%. Again, this is industry standards, okay? You hopefully can blow those numbers out the roof. Meanwhile, average Instagram engagement rate is less than 1 to 3%, depending on the industry and the type of content you have. Those numbers speak for themselves. This is why it's so important we have a very, strong email marketing game plan. The other reason why email is so great is because you have focused attention. Okay. When people are scrolling on Instagram, they're scrolling. They're typically trying to zone out from life by and large. They're not looking to get sucked in to make a purchase, especially if you're a service-based business. They're really kind of more there for the entertainment these days. Meanwhile, when someone signs up to be on your email marketing list and you're landing in their inbox, when people are checking their email, typically they're in a more focused state. They're in a work mode. They're in the mode to make decisions. They're ready to engage with content. Instagram is a more passive and distracted environment, whereas email users are more dialed in. There's also an active opt in that happens with email. They had to opt in to receive that actively again, right? Indicating that higher level of interest, which is going to show up in that higher engagement rate compared to social media, where who knows how or why you showed up in their feed and if they're really even that interested, right? We take our inboxes a little bit more seriously than we take our Instagram feed for the most part. And then it's a direct communication channel. We don't have any algorithms to fight with. I mean, yes, we need to work on great subject lines so that someone wants to open it, but we're not fighting an algorithm on whether or not it's going to reach the recipient's inbox. So there's that guaranteed delivery, provided it doesn't end up in a spam folder, which you can also control by making sure you don't fill your subject line with words that are triggered by spam filters. Okay. And then there's long term value with email as well, because our emails live in our inboxes for a long, long time. Meanwhile, Instagram content, as we know, can kind of get pushed down and buried, and it's never to be found again. Okay, now what should your email nurture sequence include? This is your actionable tips. If you're listening, if you're taking notes, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. What to put in your emails to make an impeccable first impression. Here's what we're going to do. Number one, I want you to personalize your greeting. So use the subscriber's first name in the subject line and in the email content. Hi, and it's going to say at name or whatever your, personalization functionality is with your email program. Hi, first name, da 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 da. Make it look like a letter, black font on a white background. I know all my branding geeks are going to, not love that. And trust me, I get it. I love beautiful, pretty things as well. But the data doesn't lie. Plain emails, black font on a white background that looks like a letter, are open more frequently than those jazzed up promotional emails that are filled with images and videos and colored backgrounds. And what do we want them to do? We want them to open your email. A beautiful email that never gets read or opened does zero good for your business. So don't overcomplicate this and do not over design this, especially your first few. There are ways for you to put your color branding in that email. I usually do that with my signature and my signature green color. I'll do buttons in my signature brand colors. I'll put an image in my signature. That's a kind of like bonus tip for you. But I don't litter the email with imagery and colors. I make it really, really easy to read. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to set really clear expectations in the first email they get. So I want you to clearly state what that new subscriber can expect from your emails and include a brief overview of the type of content you'll be sending and maybe even how frequently they're going to hear from you. And I do this in two places. I do it in that body, the body of that first email. Here's what you can expect from me, right? Da, 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 da. And then I do it again in the PS section, because the second most read part of an email is the PS. What's the first? Your subject line. Okay. Now grab your pen. Here's exactly what I suggest you write in the PS of your first automated email. Ready? PS. The next few days are going to feel like your birthday, because as an added bonus for subscribing, I'm going to be sending you my best of the best tips and tricks. Tomorrow, you're going to get, insert a hint on what they're going to get. Stay tuned. You can write that. Use my words, okay? And if you want me to write the rest of your email sequence, I did that for you already. Just go to bit.ly/Tiffany's emails, and you can grab my email nurture sequence, plug and play, ready for you to go, okay? Number three, the third thing I want you to do to make sure that this is an impeccable email nurture sequence is I want you to offer immediate value. So deliver whatever it is that you said you promised. Was it a discount? Make it clear and bold and easy for them to find in the email. Was it a guide, a tip, a tool? Again, make it really, really, really easy for them to find it. Don't bury it in bodies of text, bold, underline, button, whatever you've got to do. If you didn't promise anything, like meaning maybe they just clicked a link that said they wanted to sign up to your list and there was no promise of any lead magnet or freebie, it was more generic, give them a reason to stick around. Give them a bonus, unexpected wow and delight moment, a valuable resource, an actionable tip they can implement right away related to what you do. Let's say you're a social media manager and they opted in for your email list with no gimmicks, no lead magnet, no nothing. They just said, "Yep, I want your emails." And in that first email, you gave them one thing that they could post on Instagram today, one hook, one song to use on their next reel, one XYZ, one plug and play caption, whatever it may be. You provided that unexpectedly in that first email. Do you think they're going to open the second email? Yeah, because you just immediately over delivered, and they want more from you. So, offer immediate value. Those are your three tips on how to make sure that you set up an impeccable email nurture sequence. The ability to deliver personalized, targeted, direct communication to a focused audience is not something that you should be putting on the bottom of your to do list. Please, please, please put this at the top of your to do list. If you're wondering what email platform to use, Flowdesk is my personal email marketing platform of choice. I love the ease of use. I love the beautiful layouts they provide. I love everything about it. I love that the technology of it is not overwhelming for a creative like me. I also love that the price doesn't go up as my list grows. It is a flat $38 a month. I get 50% off of that, and I can give you 50% off of that with my link in the show notes. Okay. So that's less than $20 a month to send as many emails as you want, including your welcome sequence. If I wasn't with Flowdesk, because if I, let's just say I decided I needed even more technology, even more bells and whistles for tagging and segmenting and la, 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 I would bump up to Klaviyo, but expect to pay a lot more. Their plan starts at $45 for that 1,000 to 1,500 email subscribers, and it continues to go up as your list grows. But that would be my second choice if you have a more complex business that needs more complicated welcome and email funnels. Okay. So I've heard over the years that some of you just don't know what to put in your emails, and that's why you put this task off. It overwhelms you to think about what to write in those first few emails to develop that rapport and to create that connection and to nurture your leads. So I wrote them for you. It's called the Email Nurture Sequence Booster. It includes 6 high value, high converting plug and play email templates and a video tutorial on how to set up your automated sequence in Flowdesk. So, this bite sized course is packed with value. There's a couple of extra bonus tips and tools and tricks in there for you as well. My open rate for my email nurture sequence, which is what I used, like that's where the plug and plays come in for you. Right now, my open rate is sitting at 78.8%, and my overall click rate for that email nurture sequence is at 20.8%. Okay. This thing works. So I want you to start nurturing your leads while you sleep, while you're cooking spaghetti in your comfy sweats, while you're sipping lemonade on your back porch and watching the lightning bugs light up the sky on a warm summer eve. That's what I was doing last night. Okay. I'll leave you with this. With the emails written for you by moi, and with access for less than $100, there's really no excuse for you not to have a fabulous, impeccable email nurture sequence working for you while you live your life. Until next time, wherever you are, whatever you're manifesting or creating, know that this or more is what's in store.